All right, so in this video, we pick up where we left in the live coding, and this one is not really strictly speaking about code, but it's more like about the services around code. So one of the things that you may want to do is to actually link your domain, like a custom domain, to your the website that you want to push. So first of all, we are going to create a new file in the route of our project, and this one is going to be the, we call it resume, and version, it's going to be version 2. So this one tells now the now CLI how to handle push and everything. So we are going to, and I'm going to show it like more here, just now prod. So this will actually send all the files that you have at the moment and send them to the now the Zeit.co architecture infrastructure, sorry, and this will build all your pages and everything and serve them. So once this is done, we are going to add a custom domain. So I've already configured the DNS servers, but we are going to see how it would work. So at the moment, if I go to this URL, I will see the exact same page, and I'm going to show you here. There we go. So we have the exact same page that we had in our local host, but now it's accessible online to anyone. But we still get resume, which is the name of our project, .arthurj, which is my username, now.sh. And we would want to actually put our own custom domain to it. So you're going to your dashboards, you can go to your project, then you go to domain, and here you can actually add your domain. So I've already set configuration for the domain show.com. But if you're interested, I'm going to link in the video description how it's made, because I've already made a video about this earlier. So there we go, validation. And if we go to deployment, there we go. It's right there, and we have it on our custom domain. So the next step is, you see here, I'm using the email at jusho.com, and we are going to add this email to our Zoho account. So if you don't have a Zoho account yet, it's free. You can set it once. It's free. You can add your custom domain. If you have multiple custom domain, it starts at $1 every month. So yeah, you only have one domain. It's just, you can use the free version. So we are going to add jusho.com, and we'll go through the configuration and the verification of the domain. There you go. So we're going to say it's others, and we're going to do all of that in the command line. So you get, here I'm going to put code here. Yes. So you get a verification string. This will be used by Zoho to verify that you actually have access to what you say is your domain. So I'm going to put back the terminal, and we want to do now DNS add jusho.com. Pretty sure it's this one first, then you need to add a txt and add this. All right, so you can see that the domain that is managed by now, I've delegate the power to manage the domain to Zeit.co. I just added a new DNS record, so I just say this one is verified. So you go here, verified. So Zoho is going to actually check that DNS zone and verify if you actually put what they told you. And now you get multiple MX record that you need to put. So those MX records, the records that email sending servers are going to query to send the email to. So for instance, if your friend send you an email, their mail server is going to query those zones to know where they should send you the email. So we are going to do just the same as we did before, except we're going to do it with MX zones and priority. So the first one is priority number 10. Yes, the second one is MX2 priority number 20. So you just follow the configuration that they send you on their website. And the last one is MX3 and it's priority 50. All right, so this is good. Let's go back to the full thing. Let's go MX lookup. All of this is valid. Everyone happy? Now you need to go to the SPF configuration. So basically, it's a zone that's required when you send a mail. For instance, you send an email to Gmail or Hotmail. They will actually check that zone to make sure the server that's going to send the email, in this case it's zoho.com, actually has the right to send an email on your behalf. So if that string is not included in your zones, most likely Gmail, Hotmail, and all other normal and standard mail servers or mail providers are going to drop the email saying, oh, it's spam, someone's sending you some weird stuff. All right, so we are going to do just the same. And here we go, focus on the terminal. There you go. So it's going to be txt here. And we good. All right, so everything is good. So you can also set your DKIMs, but honestly, it's more trouble than what it is. So if you have very valuable information, if you are very keen on being ultra secure, you should definitely configure this. But for like kind of throwaway emails, it's not really a big deal. And they have like documentation on how to do that, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll just skip that part. All right, so this is done. Everything is good. You can check if your MX records are good and if your SPF are good, and this one should be as well good. All right. And now that you have this, if you already have an account and you have like the $1 plan, you can go to your user details, go to here, mail accounts, and you can just add a new alias. All right. And there it goes. If I just send myself an email, so it takes a little bit of time when you just set up your aliases, but it's gonna be right there. Okay, sending the email. All right, and there it goes. I just received my email sent from arthur@makeithappen.dev. And yeah, so now you just, you have set up all your emails and all of your domains. Anytime you would want to send, so if you change anything in the code and you want to push to your, if you want to push to your custom domain, like the production server, you just have to do now prod. And this will actually push the code. So at the moment, you will just do nothing because it's just the same thing. But if you change like the JSON, if you change the display, if you add CSS or whatever, you can just redeploy. If, for instance, you don't want to deploy to your actual production server, kind of, you don't want to deploy to arthur.joshua.com, you can also just say now, and now will do the exact same thing, except it will not change that server. So if I just do that, I'm not sure because I didn't change anything. Yeah, so this would be pushed to this URL, but not the actual domain. So if I go back to code, yeah, so you'll see here, let me go back to just top left. I have it here, but it's not the actual arthur.joshua.com. And you can see all of the deployments right here. But at the moment, I just have one, so it's not really useful. But this can be useful if you change things in the code and you don't want to break your production server. You can just do now, and you can send the URL to anyone you're interested in. If you want to do like specific resume for one specific company or whatever, you can use this as well. Maybe it's not like the best practice, but yeah, so you have it. In the next video, we're going to focus on the CSS and a little bit on the CEO as well, to make sure the SEO, sorry. So make sure you can be discoverable on Google. All right, have fun. Cheers.